17 years I started a journey. Let me rephrase. 17 years ago, someone started a journey. A journey that has brought us 17 years after with my sight gone. But that's not the painful part. The painful part that it was never acknowledged. The person never owned up to what she did, and the person never apologized. While I sat waiting in pain, waiting for the person that put me in that shackles to come break me free, the person had a life, moved on, and never turned back. Realizing that, I accepted that only I could set myself free. So you know what I did? I gave the one thing that person never asked. Hi beautiful people, welcome back to Therapy with Suzanne, the space where truth meets vulnerability. Here we keep it real, raw, and just a bit chaotic in the best way. I'm your girl Suzanne, and today, God, I'll be talking about something that took me years to be able to talk about it. I'll be talking about something that we all wrestle with, quietly, deeply, sometimes for many, many years. For me, it took me 17 years. Forgiveness. Not just any kind of forgiveness, guys, but the kind that you give when the person never asked for. The kind you chose even when the person that hurt you is living like nothing happened. Yeah, the very hard kind. I'm not sitting here because I'm completely cool with it or it's easy to talk about. But if I am going to move past this for good, I would have to do this. So guys, it's a work in progress, right? And I realized that doing this, forgiving that person without even waiting for an apology, even though I waited 17 years, gave me my strength back. And I want you all to receive or get your strength back, to get that peace that comes with letting go. But a lot of people think that forgiveness means weakness. Forgiveness does not mean you're weak. It does not mean what happened was okay and then you're fine with it. It does not mean you want those people back into your life. I don't want them. Forgiveness at its core is actually not for them. It's actually for you. For your mind, for your peace, for you to be able to breathe without the weight of that bitterness that lives rent-free in your chest. I used to think if I don't get a sorry, an explanation that might never make sense, I might never be able to move past the reason why I am, even all the diagnoses from the doctors, I know that someone started it, and that alone has been a torment till I finally let go. But there's a myth that we all were taught that is not possible without, and that's the myth of closure. We're taught that if you don't get a sorry, an apology, you cannot heal, you can't forgive. Guys, closure is a luxury. It's not a guarantee. And the earlier we accept that not everybody will own what they did to you, not everybody will say sorry for hurting you even at your most vulnerable and innocent state. And some people would even turn it around to make it your fault, to make it you the problem. They made it my fault. They made me the problem. So you're sitting around waiting for the people that hurt you to hand back your peace to you. Baby, you're going to be waiting a very, very long time. And while you wait, remember that your life is on a pause. You're going to live in anger, in bitterness, in resentment, in questions that can never be answered. You'll be waking up at 3 a.m. You'll be a hostage to your own pain. But imagine that you gave yourself something they never could. Imagine that you accept that yes, they hurt you, it broke you, but you're not going to let this wound define your life forever. And you realize the power that comes in letting go. Forgiveness does not mean I've forgotten. Does not mean you're going to forget. I can't even forget. But forgiveness means releasing. Releasing the grip, that pain, that person, that situation has over your heart. Releasing the urge, the need for revenge, and understanding that you may never get. Releasing the why this happened to me, and holding on to the how. How do I move forward? How do I get my peace back? How do I stop playing this moment, this memory in my mind like a broken record? Then you will realize that forgiveness is an act of freedom. It does not make what happened okay. It just means that they no longer control your feelings. Their name no longer make you lose your breath. They no longer have space in your peace. And guys, you can actually forgive without closure, without saying sorry. If you've accepted that closure is a myth and letting go is powerful, then you would accept that forgiveness is not totally dependent on their explanation, on their apology. And I'm going to tell you the things that I do that has helped me. You would agree with me that this is a very tough choice. But I'm glad that I've gotten to a point where I say, yes, I've let it go. And I'm going to give us 5 steps on how to forgive without closure. Right, guys? I'm sorry about my eyes. I'm having irritations with it. And I promise you I'm not tearing up. Though it's a bit hard to talk about, but I'm good, guys. So number 1 is name the hurt. You have to acknowledge that it happened. You have to call it what it is. You have to write it down. You have to say it. You can't be in denial and expect to move past it. Number 2, feel the pain. You have to go through it again. You have to feel it over again. I felt it. I screamed. I cried. I prayed. I journaled. I kept a lot of things I wanted to say to them. I wanted to ask them. I felt everything again like it happened yesterday. Then number 3, you take your power back. You reclaim everything that you lost due to the pain. You remind yourself that this pain is no longer going to define me. And here I am, owning a podcast because I decided that this pain, this situation is no longer going to define me. Number 4, choose your peace over bitterness. I thought bitterness was a form of strength, power, but I realized it's poison, a slow, painful, agonizing poison. It kills you slowly. And when I did, I chose my peace, guys. I stayed away from them. I stayed away from things that reminds me of them. Confrontation, it's not needed, it's not relevant. I chose my peace. I chose myself, even when it seems selfish. Then number 5, is set your boundaries. If you have to move away, move. If you have to cut communication. Because forgiveness is not a license to forming a relationship back. They hurt you once without looking back, without owning up. They will hurt you again. It gives you clarity. You know what happened. You accept that it happened. You felt the pain. You've taken your power back. You now prioritize your peace over everything. And you're now setting boundaries. This is your freedom. Whoever you are listening to this, guys, I want you to know that you do not need apology to be free. You do not need closure to heal. You do not need their permission to move on. And remember, forgiveness isn't for them. It is for you. And the moment you embrace this, guys, you begin to breathe lighter, live louder, and love deeper. It has been Therapy with Susan, guys. And like always, this truth is just real, raw, messy, but liberating. If this video touched you, please send it to someone that has carried bitterness in their hearts like I did, like you did. And hey, don't forget to leave a review, your opinion. Slide into the comment section and write something. Thank you for watching, guys. Remember, this is a healing process. We are all on this journey together. It is one episode at a time. This week, don't forget to be gentle with yourself. Know that you also deserve love, healing, and it's you that can smile freely and deeply. See you guys next week. Bye.